back. We're talking to Shanice. Shanice, you sounded amazing.
Thank you.
You were amazing. And to dance blindfolded without a net.
I know, God.
That's amazing.
I give that all to my choreographers.
Really?
Dale and Jamal, they're incredible.
Well, let me ask you something. Lori mentioned this when you were dancing, that some of the hand movements was actual sign language.
Yeah, we were signing.
You were really signing?
On the chorus, we do sign language.
Did you learn that for the dance, or do you know how to sign?
I don't know how to sign. I want to learn more.
Right.
But I just know the song.
But it kind of looked great, and I had no idea.
Thank you.
Obviously, Lori,
And
you know how to sign.
I think it's cool because people that can't hear the song can still sing along with us. So.
But that is great. That's good. Now, you've been singing all your life? Somebody told me you started when you were a baby?
Well, my mom has a tape of me singing Tell Me Something Good by Shaka Khan when I was 7 months.
7 months?
I was singing the melody. I couldn't talk, but I
Right.
had the right melody, and I was on key.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
7 months.
So your parents decided that this was the path for you, or this is something?
But actually, I decided. I signed my first record deal when I was 11 years old.
11 years old.
And I knew as a kid that I wanted to sing and I wanted to be in the business.
How did they find you? How did the record producers find you?
I was singing in a musical called Get Happy. At the time, I started doing commercials. I did a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial with Ella Fitzgerald.
With Ella Fitzgerald?
When I was 9.
Oh, wow.
And so I started out acting.
Did you know who she was?
I didn't know who she was. My mom and everyone else around me was so excited. I'm like, who is Ella Fitzgerald? But now it's like, I'm so glad that I had that opportunity because she's such a legend and she's so great.
Yeah, you get to meet a lot of legends, right? I heard that you got summoned one time by...
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he just phoned you?
I was 14 years old and I was just getting home from school and someone from my record company called and said, you know, somebody would like to meet you today. And I'm like, who? And they wouldn't tell me at first. And finally they said, Michael Jackson. I'm like, Michael Jackson? So he had a car pick me up, they had a limousine pick me up, and he was taping his Moonwalker video.
Right.
And I sat in his trailer, and I talked to him for like an hour. And
What do you talk about?
He was really nice. We talked about Bubbles, his monkey.
The monkey.
He was telling me that his monkey was doing commercials and movies. And
that's it. See, I'm not single. I don't know what that's like, but you know, to invite a beautiful young woman to your trailer and talk about your monkey, it's a whole...
I was a little kid. I was 14. But you know what? He's so nice and so down to earth that when I hear people say bad things about him, it really hurts me because he's like totally different from what, you know, people think. So.
Well, that's nice to hear. That is nice to hear.
Yeah.
Now, also, I would imagine a lot of people don't know this about you. Besides being the R&B star that you are, you're also a Broadway star.
Yeah, I did Broadway. I co-starred in Les Miserables for a little while. I played Eponine in Les Mis.
How cool was that?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was different because in Les Miserables, the music was somewhat like an opera, and my music, my R&B and pop music is kind of different. The singing is different.
Right.
So I had to kind of like learn opera.
Right. Was that hard? Did you go to like coaches? And
No, the producer of the show, his name is Richard Alexander. He
Yeah.
helped me with the singing and the acting and the whole bit.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And the only thing about theater is that it's live and you can't it's not taped. So if there's a mistake, you have to keep going. And one time I died in the musical, and one time on my death scene,
there's an actual death scene. It's not that you don't mean you did badly.
No, there's a death scene.
Right.
And during my death scene, someone lit a firecracker, and I'm like laying there dead, and I'm like,
a firecracker?
Someone lit on Wednesdays we have a matinee show, so we bring in a lot of kids. And the kids had firecrackers, and they lit a firecracker, and I'm lying there dead, and I'm like, okay, I can't move, but I just heard a big pow.
Right. Did you think it was like gunfire?
Yeah, I didn't know what. Yeah, I did.
But you stayed in character.
So I had to stay in character. I had to just lay there.
The consummate professional.
Yeah.
You are.
Thank you.
And you went out with a bang.
Yeah, I did. Literally.
Now you just signed with Babyface, huh?
Yeah, I'm on Face Records now.
Wow, is that cool? You like working with him?
I love working with him. He is so down to earth and so much fun. And he's very shy in the beginning, and I'm very shy.
Right.
So at first we were like really quiet, sitting in the studio, not saying a whole lot to each other. Now we're just like so cool, and he's a lot of fun.
Well, that's good. I know that
he's the executive producer along with Antonio Reed on my album.
this thing is like shooting right up the charts too.
Yeah.
So this is very exciting. Thanks for coming to my show.
Thank you. Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
My pleasure. Shanice, ladies and gentlemen. The CD is also called Shanice. We'll be right back with more after this. Stay right where you are.
You can email The Howie Mandel Show. Our email address is fanmail@howiemandelshow.com, or send us a fax. The number is 818-526-6889.